Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I slept. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. I guess a good workout will do that for you. I know that you guys some of you guys are really not interested in my digestive system, but it's really important when you're in rehab or a hospital stay or that you're ill or injured or bedridden, that you really keep track of your bowel movements. The urination is important too, making sure you get enough liquid and expel enough liquid so you don't get any sort of congestive heart failure or like edema anywhere that you really don't want it. You really don't want edema anyway, but you know what I mean. But the bowel movement part is really a big concern, especially when you're on pain medication. So most pain medication, sorry, that was my lip. I just realized a piece came off my lip. Most pain medication, especially opioids, really can cause you to be backed up. Now, if you guys don't know, because a lot of people just tuned out when I started to go through what I thought was menopause. It was menopause, but the symptoms were the same as menopause, and I was going through menopause at the same time, but they also were symptoms of the kidney cancer. Let me put this on because maybe you can't hear me as well. I really never know. Sometimes it really feels like when I go to edit, sometimes it feels like it's really much better and sometimes it's just not even. So there are also signs and symptoms of kidney cancer, but when I started to go through menopause, things in that area just came to a screeching halt. And one of the reasons that I share all the things that I share is so that you guys know that it's not unusual, but there isn't nothing you can do about it. There's, yes, it's normal, but yes, you can do things about it. So obviously a change in your diet is always the best way to do it naturally. But if not, there's also gentle laxatives and fiber supplements and drinking plenty of water and getting up plenty of exercise. So that's really the thing that I feel is two parts missing from my daily regimen is the exercise and the laxatives. So at home, I used to take 2 Gentle-Lax every night with a stool softener, and in the morning I would drink my Metamucil with large amounts of water. And I would go every couple of days. And I know that that's TMI for a lot of people, so I'm sorry if it bothers you. I might just actually put a disclosure in the description box or, personal gut regimen. But it's really the concern that everybody has right now. Obviously, getting up and getting my physical therapy is a big, major issue and a concern. But going number 2 is really what is the priority right now. I have got to empty my digestive system. I've been doing Miralax every morning. Yesterday I had Miralax and milk of magnesia. The thing is, and I don't know if it's good or bad, I don't feel bloated. I don't feel backed up. There obviously is waste. I am not eating as much fiber in my daily meals as I am at home because a lot of my keto bars and stuff are packed with fiber, and I'm trying to stick to the hospital's diet, but I might go ahead and just start, telling the nurse that I'm going to have this keto bar and whatever. Also, the sugar-free candy, which I used to partake at home as well. All the artificial sweeteners that you have on a keto diet, they can also help you go. So all of that stuff is missing from my regular routine. Obviously the movement, even at home, just being independent to go to and from the commode or to and from the kitchen or to and from the living room was exercise that I did by myself. And obviously right now, just 3 days post surgery, I can't do any of that by myself. So even that I'm doing with assistance, and it's not using as much of my physical energy, or I'm not using as many muscles as I would if I was doing it at home. So there's a lot of things that compiled on top of each other are causing this issue. The major one, if you're a plus size person, I will tell you, is the right commode. Excuse me. Having a plus size commode where you can actually spread out. Now, if you're not a plus size person and if you get the urge to go, what do? You clench your butt cheeks, right? I know that that's TMI for a lot of people, so just skip to the next video if this is TMI to you. But when you're a plus size person and they squeeze you into a small commode, it's sort of the same thing as clenching your butt cheeks. You really don't have the relaxed feeling that you need to go. So that's something else to consider. If you're in a hospital or hospital stay, hospice or nursing home, and you're having trouble going and your commode doesn't feel adequate, or if your bedpan doesn't feel like you need help spreading out on the bedpan, you have got to ask for help. And the reason I'm starting this whole vlog today is the need to ask for help. So I'm probably going to make that the title today, but it's really so important. It's a lesson that I've learned over the course of the last couple of years, but really majorly since I've been in the hospital. I have learned that I need help with everything. I try to do as much as I can, and I was kind of joking with the CNA last night because I went to go reach for my water, and she's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, you got to let me do something by myself, because she came in to help me toilet. So she laughed, and I laughed, and it was just like, I got to be able to do something by myself. Come on. So that's really kind of what's been the whole thing, is like asking for help when you need it. And it's so humbling to know that God has put people in front of you who are willing to help. It's also very humbling to know that He gave our bodies limitations a lot of times to remind us of this, to ask for help when we need it. Now, do I want to abuse the help? Absolutely not. Can you over abuse the help? Absolutely you could. Do I ask for help when there's things that I know I could do by myself? I try not to, but there's a lot of times where fear is a factor. And it's not necessarily fear like I'm afraid and I know God has my back, but it's more like the apprehension of, like, if I do this the first time, like the first time I got up and walked with the OT-PT people and transferred to the chair, I was very apprehensive about how this whole thing was going to work. It was my first time ever doing with a back brace. Obviously, I've ambulated after surgery before, but this was the first time ever doing with a back brace. And I think part of what sticks in my head about the fear factor is that when I had my first knee surgery in 2010, I was 41. 2011, excuse me, I was 41. And a lot of I know the world was a different place 10 years ago, and I know that's fact, but I also had a lot of like people with a lot of presumptions that like, oh, you're plus size and you can't do this for yourself and you're lazy. And I know there's presumptions that happen here on the channel as well. So you guys have seen it in the comments from time to time as well. But was very humbling to think like, because I'm asking you for help for the first time ever in my whole life, then you're going to presume that I can't do it by myself ever. Like that to me was just kind of like not right. But it took that time. It took this 10 years or this 7 or 8 years to actually get into my head that like, no, it's okay. It's okay to show that you've been able to do these things plenty of times before, but you cannot do them now. And you only need help for now. And for now until the future. Like I don't expect to need help in the future. May I need help in the future? 100%. Doing every single task? Absolutely not. Do I expect that I'll be able to toilet myself all by myself in the next couple of weeks, couple of months? Yes, I do. And is that the case right now? No, it is not. Is it something I expect to have help with for the rest of my life? Absolutely not. I'm just going to reposition here, guys, okay? I slept really, really well last night, and I had a Benadryl, and it was so helpful to have the Benadryl because I had a little rash starting on my back. I think I was just irritated by the mattress and when we put the gown on yesterday, it didn't cover the back well enough, and I think I was rubbing against the foam. Oh, my forehead's still shiny from the anointing. I had that priest come in yesterday and give me the anointing of the sick for healing, which even though I'm not really a practicing Catholic at the moment, it's still something that's very deep in my soul. Any blessing, excuse me. See, I knew there was a burp coming. Excuse me. Any blessing I feel like is an amazing thing. But there is something about when I have my nan and my mom and my dad were so spiritually linked to their Catholicism that it makes me feel like they're here. Sorry, I didn't expect that, giving me their blessing. So I feel like sometimes that's a message from them. if I see sorry, that was rude. If I see a picture of St. Anthony, when I got my St. Jude medal from Suzanne, excuse me, I'm sorry, Suze. I was gonna say Susan, then I realized I probably shouldn't, but then I realized I should just said what I wanted to say in the first place. When I got my St. Jude medal, whenever I pass a statue of the Blessed Mother, or obviously a Catholic church or a priest, it just means, like, I feel like they're reaching out to me. So it was very, very nice to have him come and sit and talk with me for a little bit yesterday. He was a little busy, so he really didn't have tons of time to spend with me. But it was really heartfelt. Anyhow, I am looking forward to getting some more work done today. I would like to sit in my chair a little longer today, so I don't know if we could coordinate the PT and the OT to be a little further apart. It just helps with my pressure points and my butt. I'm also hoping they can change the sheets because I sweat so much. It's not a hotel, so they don't change the sheets every day. But because I sweat so much, I kind of feel like I really need them to. I'm wondering if that's not one of the reasons that added to the rash last night, was just that the excessive amount of sweating that I'm doing. I do really hope to get on the commode today and relieve myself as well. That's another thing. So yesterday I tried to get in the chair, and then I went from the nurse helped me from the chair to the commode before the before the physical therapist came in, excuse me. I hope you guys enjoyed that little bit of video. Basically, I didn't film the PT person getting me back in bed, but that was the occupational therapist getting me out of bed and into the chair. And again, that's only second day of therapy, third day post-op. I don't want to, like, alert, but I wanted to show you guys my leg. Now, the bandage is coming off down there, so hold on. So, what we have here is my Oompa Loompa leg, and I'm going to tuck this under as a fact, and I'll move my periwick. Okay. So what we have here is my boo-boo. So that's starting to come off there. I think they need to come and retape it. But this was the original incision from the plate in my knee, and then we just joined up to the incision here in the plate in my hip. The bar down my leg. There is some question. There is still some question about what to do with my left hip. So yesterday I met with the orthopedist oncologist, and he said they have a cryoablation scheduled for Monday, but he doesn't think he's going to recommend that because, sorry, I just realized that was open. Because he's afraid that it'll delay my, my recovery time, because I won't be able to do physical therapy. Oh, I have the coolest nurse today. All the nurses here are amazing. Kathy's the coolest. Okay, so I have a tumor on the pelvis area of the left hip, the socket and bowl part. It's actually on the socket part. And they originally were thinking about using cryoablation, basically freezing it off or freezing the tumor dead. But he's thinking now radiation would be better, because this way it won't delay in my physical therapy, because the cryoablation will take a couple of days to heal from before I can actually use it. And hello? I didn't know I pressed my button. Okay. Sorry, sweetie. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so I don't want anything to delay. And obviously knowing it's there, it's going to have to bear most of the weight, or all of the weight actually. But knowing it's there then makes me feel like, ooh, but I also don't want to delay it. So I'm kind of stuck between what is the best. And since I turned to his expertise, because he literally is an expert in his area, there's not very many orthopedist oncologists in the world. I'm going to defer to him. So I really do appreciate everything that he's done for me. He really is an amazing surgeon. So let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed for now. I have a totally new crew today. It's people I've never met before, but they're both really cool. And I'm like, we've got tattoos and nose piercings. My peoples. Now, not that the other people aren't my peoples either, because I got lots of peoples, but I was like, you're my peoples. I said, Kathy, the nurse, has my hair cut, except I don't have any hair. My sister's like, but you don't have hair for that haircut. I'm like, come on. But I'm going to put you down for now because she's going to come back and help me take a peek at this thing. And then I'll pick you guys back up again later when I have an idea of what the day looks like. I know that PT and OT are coming in, and that's all I know for now. The spine team did come back and say that the MRI results were such that it does look like that supporting it with the brace and treating it with chemotherapy is the best way to go. I don't know if I'll just leave it like that, because some things in my head, and I can't remember if I talked about it with my sister or if I talked about it with one of the doctors. My sister always gets mad at me. She's like, why don't you record every conversation? I was like, because they don't always give you time. They have rounds, and they don't, like, put your phone down and open your phone and put your thing up and and then record it. And then sometimes it's not possible. When you know a doctor's coming, it's a different story. But when they just pop in, you're like not ready sometimes. So I love you guys, and I'll see you in a little bit.
I will uplift you and protect you. I will save you and bring you home. So you never need be afraid, for you will not be lost, not to me. I have you now and forever. Be at peace and rest in that peace. You will never be in a place my love cannot find. Thus says our God. May it be so. Amen.
Amen. Yay, I'm in the chair. We are in a new gown, because the gown that they gave me, the blue one, which Julie's like, my sister Julie's like, oh, but it looks so good on you. It is a small size, and I need one that wraps around the back to protect my skin from the turtle shell. But this got trimmed down, so it's not riding up under my armpits, which is amazing. It looks really cute. Cute. Looks really cute. Can't wait to dazzle it. But I just love it. It's making me feel very secure. I'm not having to worry about my back as much. I have a new commode, which is right there. And as I start to get the sensation that I need to go, I will go. I'm going to order some lunch here in a minute and hopefully get to speak to social work, which is great. And then I'm going to call my sister back, because she's going to be like, why didn't you call me back? I'm just kidding. Love you, Joey. So I'll catch you guys later, let you know how it goes and what I'm going to get for lunch and all that exciting stuff. Yeah. I did it. You can see I'm so sweaty. It was such a task. But I did it. Woo! I feel so much better. I feel like I'd go for like another 2 hours, but I got to sit and rest. But thank you all for your support and prayers and wishes to get it out. Thank you. Hi, everybody. I'm back. I am exhausted. This is going to be the theme for the rest of this hospital stay vlog, recovery vlogs. It's going to be, I'm great, I'm doing great, it was a great night, a great sleep, and great things, and do the work, and then go. When I was finished, so let me tell you what happened. First of all, I think I mentioned earlier that I didn't have any pain medication overnight, because I really needed to have a bowel movement. And when I woke up this morning, I was like, I probably need it before I go to therapy. Or before I do therapy. And she said, well, therapist is coming on the floor now, so I'll give it to you now, and just whenever. But she didn't get to me for a while. So she finally came. The physical therapist came first. Oh, so far, the first time they both came together. The first day, the occupational came first, and then physical, and then second day, physical, then occupational. So physical therapist was here. She helped me put on the turtle shell, do some exercises, get in the chair, and then get on the commode. And I got on the commode. I did my business. It was good business. The nurse helped me get back on the chair. And I sat in the chair for quite a while. I ate my lunch there. I hung out watch TV, talk to my sister. I was getting super tired. And I was like, I might be sitting in this chair too long. So I asked the CNA to come in, and she put my feet down. As soon as she put my feet down, I was like, and I looked. They tell you on the TV here, there's a TV that does your care list. They tell you on the TV here, like, when was the last time you had pain pills? So I asked her, I was like, this was about 1:30, 1:45. So I said, I need to go potty. I said, but she put my feet down, and I scooched to the edge of the chair, and I was like, can you tell me when I'm due for pain medication next? She's like, well, that says 8:20, so you could have had it at 12:20. Meantime, it's like almost 2 o'clock. So that's not me. So she went and got the nurse to get me my pain pills. By the time she came back, I was ready to go on the potty. It took a lot more effort to get on the potty than it did to do anything the whole day, or the last 2 days, really. But obviously the last 2 days I was on morphine for physical therapy. And this I was barely on Percocet, and it expired. So not expired, but its efficacy is, diminishes over the time. So she gave it to me. I tried. Then the occupational therapist came in while I was getting on the commode, and she was like, oh, perfect. This is perfect timing. So I got on the commode, and I sat there for a bit. She put my foot up because this commode's a little too high for my leg. Wants to just like dangle, and the dangling bad leg is not a good thing. So I put a commode on it, and sorry about that if that affected the sound. So not a commode on it, put it on a stool. Oh my gosh. So I'm sitting on the commode, my foot on the stool, talking to everybody. Then the social worker came in, and she said about which rehab facility I can go to. And I told her just the parameters that I needed. I would love to be by home, but really the most important thing is my insurance. So she went and she found out a few, and she said she'll call me later or come back. Okay. Well, by the time I was done with the commode, I actually did go again to number 2s. By the time I was ready to get off the commode, I was wiped. My left leg, which is bearing all the weight, had no strength left in it at all. So we tried a couple of times, and I just couldn't stand. I just couldn't get to the standing position. So I sat back down. And I didn't want to hurt them, but obviously I told them, I was like, I don't know. I just can't do it. I said, give me a few minutes. And the plan was to go from the commode to the chair, from the chair to the bed. And I actually said to the occupational therapist, I was like, I just really wish I could go from the commode to the bed. And she's like, oh, we can do that. So she moved the chair out of the way, and they put the bed there. And she fixed it so I could go from the commode to the bed. And it took me a few more minutes of trying, but then I was able to get up onto my foot, my good foot, and drag my bad foot along and do like this twisty foot thing with my good foot. And eventually I made it over so I can sit in the bed and lay in the bed and never get up again. Because I'm so tired. I think I'm going to see about the rash on my chest, because I feel like that where my port is, guys can you see the rash here, or does it just feel it? Because it's very bumpy. So I'm going to see about that. The rash on my back is gone. I got my bed changed while I was in the commode, on the chair today. So all the good things are happening. I'm just so tired. I had a good dinner. I had 2 cheeseburger patties with 2 slips of bacon on a lettuce wrap with mustard. Because for lunch I had a chicken breast and a salad. It was a very light lunch. And for breakfast I had eggs and fruit cup. So it just got to be where I'm like, can I have this? And I ate really early. Everybody was like, it's 4:45. Why is your dinner there? And I'm like, because I was hungry, because I ate breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning and lunch at 11:30. What the hell? I'm hungry. What does it make a difference? Why? But that's what today was. Today was very exciting and eventful, and I feel very accomplished, but I also feel very disappointed in myself that I got so tired. Tomorrow I will not push off the pain medication like I did today. I will see how it goes. I will see what the nurse recommends, and I will see you in the next one. So listen, if nobody's told you today that you are loved, don't forget that I love you, and I appreciate you, and you're special. And you're special in a way that no other person is. Even if you were identical twins, you'd still be individually special. Okay? Don't forget. And as always, you guys take care. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye.